not supposed to hear that. Oh, sorry, we're getting copyright claimed. That's the music I was listening to in the background. Fuck. Oh, I'm such a boomer. Oh, dear God. You're not supposed to hear that. I'm gonna get copyright claimed. No. If this video disappears, you know why now. Oh, that is at least worth a like, ladies and gents. That is at least worth a like, because I'm a total idiot. That is an artist called Vanilla, and the album is called Origin. Check it out if you want. Me being a total plum here. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Such an idiot. Mr. H's baby making music. God damn, there'll be no baby making for a long time here, boys. No, none of that nonsense. Don't you worry about it. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Fuck, I'm not with it today, am I? My back is killing me. I've figured it out. I know now why my back is so ruined. So we're gonna have to sort that out. Did you hear about the crap at Blizzard? Yeah, aren't they getting like sued for like male feminism or something like that? I can't remember what it was. They're getting sued for feminism or some garbage. It's so strange. Yeah, so strange. So this week's been a bit, yeah. What? Right, anyway, sorry. Let me get this live stream here. Tagmon, yeah. So I roughly heard about it, but it's just so strange and nonsensical. Crocs with socks says to help offset the impending copyright. I couldn't even believe, what am I doing? I'm playing music, and because normally I play music in the background for me, obviously. You know, when I sit here, like, it's nice to chill to music. And, yeah. Completely forgot that the OBS software picks up what my desktop is playing, and it plays it quite loud. There you go, me being a total idiot. Absolute idiot. It's good music, though. Vanilla, Origin. Love it. Absolutely love it. Real good. Real good. So, yeah, sexual harassment is what Blizzard is getting done for. I don't know the ins and outs of it, so I can't really comment on it, to be fair, but it just sounds like garbage. Sounds like absolute garbage. Donovan says, I feel you figured out my knee issue. The brace I got was too tight. Got a bigger size, should fix it. Oh, that's cool, man. Nice. Marshmallow says, Nicky, rumor has it, if we say your name 5 times, you appear. Alright. We're getting some Candyman level shit up in here. Rambos says, are you worthy to lift that Mjolnir back there, or is it stuck there? I'm most definitely worthy. I am worthy. Keith, has Mr. H been filming... what? Keith, has Mr. H been filming porn movies earlier? No. Although, yes, that music probably would give off that impression, wouldn't it? But no, definitely not. Matthew K says, liked your Predator Skulls video. Do you think that they will just have to wipe all... so just to clarify, I think I got that slightly wrong in that video. So it doesn't... I think I didn't articulate my point properly, right? Because I was saying how the timeline of them setting it in the Comanche, you know, Comanche warriors didn't line up with Raphael Adolini, right? And it sort of does, but sort of doesn't, right? Sort of does, sort of doesn't. Because if you know anything about Comanches, let me Google it. So, the Comanche, Comanche tribe origins. Right, here we go. So dating back to the early 1500s, the Comanche were originally part of the Eastern Shoshone, who lived near the upper reaches of the Platte River in eastern Wyoming. However, when Europeans entered the scene and the tribe made 10,000 members. So the point I was trying to make was that this is supposed to be set pre-colonization of the States. It's like, well, the Comanche are only the Comanche because of colonization. That's literally history. But I got it slightly wrong in terms of conveying or articulating my point when I said that it messes up with the timeline of Predator 2 and the flintlock pistol. It doesn't actually interfere with that. It's set pre that. The thing which interferes with that is the complete fuck up of history and timeline anyway. Like, they've just completely messed up all of history just with that stupid statement of, yeah, they're Comanche warriors. What, set pre-colonization? Are they really? How dumb is that? Now, that was never actually given... that was never actually given to us by the studio, the Comanche thing. That was a leak. But all the other leaks have been true anyway. So I've got no reason to doubt that just yet. And they also always go for what they consider to be the sort of most prevalent at the time, like a recognizable name. Comanche is a recognizable name. If you say the Shoshone, they're going to go, the majority of people go, who's that? So I have no reason to doubt that that is actually true. Royston Parker, mood. Says a 199 super sticker. Thank you so much, man. Keith is saying Nicky lots. I'm guessing Keith wants Nicky to appear in his bathroom. Mr. H, dreadlock your hair and you'll look like Ragnar Lothbrok. Well, if Andy McCallum, my boy, will, we've got an emoji on the way for you guys, you Vikings fans. We've got an emoji on the way for you. Don't you worry about it. We've got you covered, haven't we, Andy? If he's here, we've got you covered. when it makes its way to me, anyway. Joseph LaMonica says, "Hey, Mr. H, have you ever played the Silent Hill games? And if so, would you say they have a Lovecraft kind of feel to them?" Yeah, they absolutely do. Yeah, 100% they have a Lovecraft feel, without a shadow of a doubt. Thoughts on Kevin Feige siding with Scarlett Johansson over Disney? I did not see that he had sided with Scarlett Johansson. What? Where was that? Where was that? I haven't seen any statement with respect to that. What? Let me have a look. Oh. Marvel's Kevin Feige is reportedly angry and embarrassed at Disney over Scarlett Johansson's lawsuit. Okay, wow. I mean, that's big. That's not small, is it? Well, let's take a look at that, shall we? Let's see if there is any merit to that. I need to add another T to my title over there. So, I can actually show you this, because I'm awesome like that nowadays. I've got all of this sorted. So here we go, look. Marvel's Kevin Feige reportedly angry and embarrassed at Disney over Scarlett Johansson lawsuit, right? Marvel Studios President Kevin Feige is reportedly angry and embarrassed over Disney's response to Scarlett Johansson's lawsuit, feeling the company did not do enough to make it right with one of Marvel's biggest stars. I told you this would be a disaster for PR. They're feeling it. They're feeling the heat already. In the What I'm Hearing newsletter from former The Hollywood Reporter editor Matthew Baloney, Feige apparently lobbied Disney to keep Black Widow theatrical-only release to not upset Johansson. Feige is a company man and prone to corporate showdowns or shouting matches. But I'm told he's... Oh, I'm guessing that is not prone to corporate showdowns and shout matches. But I'm told he's angry and embarrassed, Baloney reports. He lobbied Disney against the day and date plan for Black Widow, preferring the big screen exclusivity and not wanting to upset his talent. Well, that makes sense. I mean, don't piss off the talent. Like, what's wrong with you? Furthermore, the report says that when the shit hit the fan, the movie started tanking and Johansson's team threatened litigation. Feige tried to get Disney to make this right with her. And Scarlett Johansson, who's played blah 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 blah. According to Johansson's legal team, a large portion of her salary actually depended on the box office performance for Black Widow. And the thing is, like, a lot of people are like, oh, Crimea River, she's not earning, millions. And it's like, well, I mean, look, she is owed it. I've got no issue with people getting at least what they're owed, I literally, I don't see a problem with that. Yeah, there's no issue with what you're owed. I mean, if you're owed it, aren't you? It's contractual obligation. But it is quite shocking. AJ Sumano says, flash filming halted due to camera operator colliding with a bat cycle and going underneath it. Paramedics are there. Yeah, I heard about that. I did hear about that. I thought that was quite mental, to be honest, to hear. Quite crazy. Martin Stallard for £2 says, do you think that Red Hulk will appear soon? I mean, they've nerfed Hulk, haven't they? So it'd be good to see the Red Hulk back. I don't think that they will, though. Although they did sort of set it up in Black Widow. Marshmallow says, do you think the lamb is a Baphomet incarnation? No, I don't. I think it's all to do with grief. I think the mother lost their child and they're grieving and they project onto this new lamb that's their new child. I think. Could be wrong. It might actually just be a lamb-human hybrid thing. Who the fuck knows? Gino X 1987 says, what would you think of a Predator movie set in Tokyo, Japan, with the Yakuza being picked off? The main character being a swordsman who is being hunted. They sort of did some of that in Predator Concrete Jungle, didn't they? Love that one. They sort of did some of that. They had some Yakuza stuff in there. I'd love that. I think that'd be great. That'd be great fun. And it would be good with respect to the sort of honor code and things like that. It could work really nicely. Wintrow says, evening, Mr. H. Hope everything is well with you. Have a great weekend, sir. Thank you so much. I hope you're well too. Royston Parker says, wait for it. $1.99 super sticker. What am I waiting for? Keith says, I love that Dark Horse did the Flintlock pistol origin. It's good, isn't it? It's really, really good. That's a great great comic, actually. I really like that one. Very, very good. My head. Scratch your head. They will never delve in the darker parts of the comic, eh? I'm a bit confused with what you're saying there, Dawn. Burak Derma says, Mr. H, your video says coffee time with Mr. H. I'm going to make coffee now, just for this occasion. Do it. Giz. Apparently there's a better look at Carnage and some Venom 2 ads photos that's on Twitter. Yeah, I have seen that floating around. I need to... I need to get up and watch... Yeah, I'm looking at it now, actually. It does look... So there... Let me... Let me just get this photo for you guys, so I'm not talking about something you've got no idea about. Don't know whether I really like that. They look basically the bloody same, which is a bit crap. I mean, they literally look the same. Oh, that's a shame. So what this is good old Carnage. It's a display for IMAX. Here you go. I'm a bit disappointed by that. I'm not going to lie. I think Carnage looks very similar. Just looks too samely to Venom. Just got some like spikes sticking out of it. Okay, great. No worries then. Cool, I guess. Like that's... I don't know whether I like that or not. I feel like that's a bit lazy. Yeah, I think that's quite lazy, actually. What do you guys think? Real quick, Dalton Cottrell says, Mr. H. Clive Barker calls you and says he needs you to create a Cenobite for his new reboot. What would it look like? Well, I've actually done one before, actually. In Hellraiser Below and Beyond. I sort of did my own Hellraiser prequel pitch thing. So yeah, that was cool. So I've done it in there. I'd encourage you guys to watch that. To be fair, I'm sure one of my wrenches in the chat will chuck that there as well. But I would sort of go down that route. I go sort of tribalistic with it, rather than just full blown latex and leather. But you'd have black, sort of keep it basic. Black bandaging, almost like a mummy, to sort of signify that obviously it's older, it's been around a lot longer, rather than the newer, more modern leather and sort of latex cladding anyway. Royston Parker sent a 199 super sticker as well. Carnage legs too thick. Been hitting gym too much. Should have changed up the eyes more. Yeah, the eyes are the same. Carnage looks weak. Dominic Miller. Why do people love the first one so much? It was so meh. I just thought it was dumb fun, really. For the comic version of the Mouth of Carnage, yeah, it's much more ferocious, isn't it? Needs more black and longer tendrils. Okay, interesting. I hope the tendrils coming off him are always moving. Ah, yeah, true. They do look in motion, don't they? So, that'll be interesting to see. It needs to have a sort of rich, bloody red. Yeah, the colour's more orange, isn't it? Yeah. Carnage just wasn't this big. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty stacked, isn't he? That is a muscular dude. Richard says, Mr. H, I wondered if they're focusing more on the abilities and personality of the symbiote rather than the look. Maybe, but that's quite lazy as well, isn't it? I guess. I think that's quite lazy as well, really. I don't know. I mean, look, ultimately, it's not realistically what Carnage looks like. And the eyes look the bloody same as one another. And I get it, because they're like, oh, well, they're symbiotes, so they've got to look similar. It's like, yeah, fine, sure. So, yeah, I don't know. Juan says, too beefy, yes, but the actor is. So it was something to expect. Woody Harrelson's not beefy. Woody Harrelson is the guy who plays Carnage. He's tiny. Smoke Monster says, Mr. H's live streams are awesome. You answer tons of questions, and it's really awesome. But I think the best part is the chat. We kill it. You do. You absolutely are the best part of it. Without you guys, we wouldn't have any live streams. Jimmy Martin sent £5. Thank you so much. Well, anyway, there you go. That's Carnage for you. It looks fine. Maybe it'll look better in motion. Don Pandemoniac says, I mean, they're playing it way too safe. Take Venom, for example. Deadpool was a glimpse of hope, but under Disney and potential of the more rough Marvel stories, will never make it to the big screen. Yeah, I'll agree with that. What did I train at the gym today? Rest day for me, says Cryptic Celt. I trained legs. Did some squats, Romanian deadlifts, and leg extension, leg curls. Nothing too crazy. My back fell apart as well. Real painful today. Goddamn, real painful. Richard Shepherd says, do you have anything in your PO box yet? No, I don't. Not yet. I don't think I'm going to get anything for a while, to be fair. And that's fine. Like, that's absolutely okay. I'm happy with that. But, guys, if you didn't know, I do actually have a PO box. It's linked in the description box. You can go and check that out down there. Hopefully the villain will be good. Carnage is the villain. I don't know. Tom Hardy's a beast compared to Woody Harrelson. Yeah, he is. Well, I don't think he's not been that big for a while, has he? I don't think. I don't think he was that big in the latest stuff he's been in. Ellie Moses says, yo, morning, Big H. Sorry to go back to Predator, but does that mean the Predator is not canon since that film acknowledges AVP, which is not in universe for Skull. Yeah, basically, it does technically actually remove the Predator from canon. But the thing is that until that film came out, Fox had considered those films not canon to the Predator universe. Anyway, on the official canon, the people officially keeping the canon and the timeline in question for Fox, it was never part of it. It was always its own thing. And that's okay, that's fine. There's no issue with that. It doesn't remove it from anything. It's just, hey, it's not part of Predator canon. So it does, and then that movie obviously entered it into Predator canon, and then I'm guessing now they're like, nah, fuck that off. Like, okay, sure, whatever. It'll be interesting to see where this goes, though, basically, and just what they do with it, really. Al Humphrey says, treats for you and Sir Jasper. Mistake. Thank you so much. I have actually been sent some images of some things that you guys have sent me already. I'm getting some awesome treats from patron of the channel, Dan, over in Texas. He sent us some Mexican candy and stuff like this. I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait. Mr. H, did you hear that Steven Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment Entertainment might be producing? I'll tell you what, actually, fuck this. My back really hurts. I'm going to go take some Cocodamol because my back is fucked. I'll be back in a second. Like, my back is absolutely ruined. Right, I'm back. Sorry. I just had one of those moments where I'm like, I'm in serious pain. And if I don't do anything about it, I'm just going to have to go and lay down. So I'm not doing that. Alright, anyway. Cocodamol, double dose, let's go. Don't recommend it if you're susceptible to shit. Right, god damn. Right, so, sorry. Let's have a look at this. So what was the question? Mr. H, did you hear that Steven Spielberg's Amblin Entertainment might be producing films for Netflix? I did hear that, yeah. Apparently Scott Stuber at Netflix is headhunting to get Chris Nolan on board as well. If they get Chris Nolan, that's a massive get. And Christopher Nolan's films are very hit or miss, but whenever he comes out with a film, you're always like, oh, I'm intrigued, you know? So there you go. Hunter Strickland, hey, Mr. H, how are you doing? Better than Wednesday, I hope. Yeah, so update, actually, and have pity on me, ladies and gents. Update on the Pulsar's clutch. So I do think the clutch has gone on the Pulsar, the Nissan Pulsar GTI-R that I've got. I think what's happened is the centre bearing is ripped off, so it still spins, basically. I don't know if it's certain, because I have to take it apart to figure that out. So it is going to a garage. It was being loaded up onto a flatbed loader on Tuesday night. It's going to a garage on Wednesday morning. And then it's staying there for a couple of days to effectively have the clutch done. But also to put in a built gearbox that I bought for the car, which is... All of this is way too expensive. I did not want to do any of this crap at all. I wanted to buy the built gearbox to have it as a spare, just to keep in my shed, basically, just, you know, for when this gearbox blows up. But because they've got to take the gearbox out to put the clutch in, I'm like, well, might as well put the built gearbox in, basically, and then keep the stock one as a spare, and maybe even get it built as well. But that's the update. So feel sorry for me. Send super chats. Basically, I did not want to pay all this shitty money out. I'm not fucking happy with that. Right, anyway, so I've missed a whole bunch of this stuff. What is going on? Marshmallow says we need to invest in a spinal decompression gadget. Now, honestly, it'll be alright. I'll be fine. Hoppy Ending says, sorry to hear about the clutch on the Pulsar. You're making good progress. Have you any idea when you'll be able to get it replaced? So hopefully what I've just said covers that now, my dude. Thank you so much for the £5 as well. That will genuinely go towards the clutch. The clutch alone was £330. I don't have this sort of money just to piss out the fucking wall for this bloody car. It pissed me right off. Not happy about it. But never mind, like, it's my only hobby, so and I don't drink or smoke or anything like that, so I might as well sort of enjoy myself, I guess. Even though I'm not enjoying myself currently because the car doesn't run, so that's fun, isn't it? Dalton Cottrell says, so if the Thomas brothers win the rights back to the Predator IP, do you believe that would affect any future AVP merchandise or content being made? Yeah, it would. It actually would. It's the same as like Friday the 13th stuff that's happened. Everything has stopped with that. It would be exactly the same situation, my dude. Without shadow of a doubt, and that's why they wanted to. That's why Disney wanted to delay it, and they've got their own way. It's now not going until next year. It's not being in court until next year. Disney's delay tactic was so that they could finish up shooting, and they basically finished up shooting Skull now, the new Predator film. So that was why. That was actually why. Smart, makes sense. Fergal Kelly says, will you start the stream without me, Mr. H? Here's my 3 to 4 word review of The Squad. It's actually very good. I'm going to be watching that soon myself. So yeah, I will. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. So, we can rebuild Mr. H. We have the technology. God, yeah, that would be good. Rebuild me, please. Jungle Cruise is supposed to be a cross between Indiana Jones meets Pirates of the Caribbean. I've got a screener of that. I am going to be watching that. There's a whole bunch of movies I'm watching across the weekend. Jungle Cruise, The Suicide Squad. I need to watch Old as well. So expect a whole bunch of reviews coming up very, very soon. I'm very much up on my reviews now, as I'm sure you've noticed here on the channel, getting much back to my older style of content, reviews, news, smashing it. I'm very happy with what I make now. Hunter Strickland says, sorry to hear that your back is killing you, Mr. Age. Hope you recover from it. What happened to your back, though? So, ages ago, like probably about 10 years ago now, if I remember rightly, I had a bulging disc in my back and my lumbar. And I haven't had it for a long, long time, but obviously I've changed my lifestyle now. So I used to be a teacher standing up on my feet all day, used to do 16-hour days and stuff like this. And now I'm fairly sedentary. So I think what's occurring is my back is tightening up, and then I'll go do something like a squat, and because it's too tight, and my hip flexors are too tight, so I have an anterior pelvic tilt. I then go down, my lumbar starts to roll in underneath me because my back doesn't have the flexibility anymore, and then I think my back is susceptible to the damage that's happened. I don't know. We will see. We'll see. I'm going to go to a chiropractor and some dry needling, I think. Marshmallow says we can rebuild Mr. H. We have the technology. Agreed. Let's do the Elysium level shit. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? I'd love a power seat. That'd be awesome. Richard Shepard says can send you a Zimmer frame. Not sure it will fit in your PO box. That's hilarious. Don't ever actually, if you're ever going to send me anything, you don't need to worry about size because it's not actually a PO box. So what I've done is I've paid for a PO box, but it's a PO box in name only. It gets delivered to me, so it doesn't it goes. It's basically just like a different address, and then it comes to me. It's an address that you can post to where I obviously maintain my privacy because obviously I do need it on the internet. And then, but the size doesn't actually matter if that makes sense because it's not a physical location. It's just an address which is linked to my own address, and then it comes to me. So just to let you know, anyway. A hoppy ending, Jesus! Put this towards your clutch. I certainly will. I mean, that is 1/3 of the clutch. Thank you so much. That is, it's not because YouTube takes 1/3, but it's bloody good going. Thank you so much. That is almost close to 1/3 of the clutch. That is amazing. thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will put it towards the clutch because, yeah, pain in the bloody arse. But when it's all done, it'll be great. When it's all done. Grousey says, wait, do you have free healthcare, Mr. H? Well, we all do because we have the NHS. Joe Pullen says, what about a standing desk? Yeah, loads of people want. The standing desk is supposed to be good. They are supposed to be good. Didn't see Old, but heard a full breakdown and I called it. Ending comes out of nowhere and still leaves a massive plot hole. That's M. Night Shyamalan all the fucking way. God damn, he's so bad. So bad. Keith says, standing so long hasn't helped the disc and lumber, then long, not so much activity hasn't helped. Yeah, I think it's literally just sitting around. That's what does it. Lord Dracule says, hey, Miss H, how's everything? Yeah, not too bad. Could be better. Hunter says, here's a little help. Here's a little to help with the chiropractor. Thank you so much, man, for $10. That is absolutely fantastic. You guys are far, far, far too kind. You genuinely are. Hold on one second. Sorry. H, hide reg plates on car nonsense as can trace. No, you can't. You can't trace registrations at all. 100% you can't. You can't find anything out. The only thing you can find out is if it's passed an MOT. That's all you can find out. Registration plates in the UK does nothing. People are really, really worried about that, but it doesn't do anything. If it did, the thing is, like, if that was an issue, like, everyone would see my cars all over the place and be like, oh my god, I know where he lives now. Like, I drive my cars. So it doesn't matter. Like, you cannot find anything out from that at all. Wall 1970 says, I will make something for you. I'm very creative. I'd love that. Honestly, I tell you what, I had the most loveliest email sent to me from someone who watches this channel. It was long. It was in depth. It was a really, really nice email. And it was titled, You Are Really Wonderful, Wanted to Thank You. And it was basically just listing how they came to my channel and essentially why they stayed here. And I love receiving things like that, just because it's you know, it's nice to have that sort of personal connection with people a little bit more. That's why I do these live streams. These live streams are a way to get a more personal connection with you guys. So you don't have to make me anything. I mean, you literally just send me a letter. I'd love a letter. It'd be nice. Like, it's that personal touch. It's special, you know? It's special. I think it's amazing that you guys choose to spend your time with me here Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I think this is amazing. Because it is. Like, fucking hell, it is amazing, isn't it? You know, when you break it down, it genuinely is amazing. James Wendorf became a member. Thank you so much. Richard Shepard says, haha, this stream has become a GoFundMe. Here's a little something for your clutch, dude. Thank you. That's very, yeah, but it has basically, hasn't it? That is very kind. Eric says, what music do you listen to while at the gym? I'm trying to add more tracks to my playlist. A whole bunch of retro synthwave. I listen to... what else do I listen to? I don't listen to rock when I train anymore. I also listen to really chilled out music as well. I listen to quite a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff, actually. Are you thinking of watching and reviewing The Green Knight? Yeah, when it comes out here. They pulled it from UK cinemas, haven't they? What did Elizabeth Lyon say? Looking for sour candy? Yes, please. Someone asked earlier on whether what's happening to the dressing gown Fridays. It's too hot in the UK, and I've got a winter dressing gown. So if anyone wants to send me, a silk summer gown, I'll wear that. Again, PO box is in the description box. Send me some funny, dumb shit. It'd be hilarious. But that is actually why. That is why I'm not wearing it, because it is too hot at the moment, unfortunately. Humongous says, wait, did I hear you correctly, Mr. H? You have a PO box again? I do, dude. And don't forget, I still have your pin badge, actually. It's literally in here. I think I could probably get it, because it is literally right next to me. It's in here somewhere. It's in my drawer. Let me have a look. Because when I first had a PO box, you were one of the only people that sent me stuff. As amazing as it was. And the stuff you sent was incredible. It was so kind. Yeah, here you go. So, I've still got this. This goes to show you that I really do appreciate this stuff. So, Humongous 420 sent me a treat. It was like a sugar house treat, and I kept the packaging because it was so bloody nice of him. It was a Maine maple product, sugar house treat. It was so tasty, and I kept the packaging because it's a memento. I love that stuff. And then, where is it? Here we go. And then he sent me this. Here you go, a humongous fungus urungus pin badge with obviously a letter on it. I told you, I do appreciate this stuff. I do keep it. I even keep old packets. It's been in there for like years now. God damn. It actually sounds quite gross, wasn't it, when you say it out loud? What a douche I am. But I love that stuff. It's super nice. Anyway, I'm back. But yeah, no, I do have a PO box again, my dude. Bob B became a channel member. Thank you so much. Bear Brown says, whoop whoop, Friday's not complete unless it's with Mr. H. Thank you. Thank you for joining me here on Friday. Really appreciate that. Adam Henson says, I now know I now know how the He-Mans feel because Netflix just ruined my childhood with their utter trash versions of my favourite Beast Wars cartoon. Oh my god, have they just done Beast Wars? No. When did that come out? What? Let me know. Cassie says, do you like hot sauce? I love hot sauce. Send me all the hot sauces. I love it. Sean, ATHF, says, you did it to me again, Mr. H. It's the thumbnail with Jasper that pulls me in. Jasper's literally just down here. He's chilling out with Daddy. On your mate. Yeah. Love you, baby boy. Let me scroll down. Am I optimistic about June? Says Ernest, I think. Ernest? I think that's what you said. Yeah, I am. I think we're good. Put that music back on in your silk dressing gown. I'll do that. That'd be funny. What's your size? Large is a safe bet, to be fair. Large is a safe bet for most things. Even if it's a bit too big, that's fine. I'll grow into it, I'm sure. Mr. H, I found Warhead gummies. Oh, yes. Send away. Love me some sour. Love it, love it, love it. One of our guys at work quit his job today over a payment dispute, falling out with the supervisors and for not doing what he wants to do. He just signed his 2 weeks notice. Wow. There you go. I'm sending you some new stuff. I love sending stuff to cool people. You're very kind. Humongous, urungus, fungus. You're very, very kind, dude. Yeah. Smoke Monster says, I find it really hard to find a live stream chat this is engaging as Mr. H reviews. That's very kind. Stephen G says, Mr. H, I got into Synthwave this year. There is a great channel I can recommend. New Retro Wave. Yeah, they're really good. They're very, very good, actually. Some packaging is just too damn nice to throw out. Yep. Mr. H reviews. Saw the Green Knight last night. It was extremely pleasing. Not feeling the need to explain every little thing. Oh, cool. I am genuinely looking forward to it. I cannot wait for the Green Knight. I don't know when I'm going to be able to see it though, because it's been pulled from UK, hasn't it? It's just not coming out in the UK yet. Good times, A24, you douche nozzle. Fergal Kelly says, I may have missed it, but Emma Stone is suing Disney also. Is she? No. No way. She's not, is she? Oh my god, she is. Oh no, she's reportedly considering it. Right. Reportedly considering it. Who started that then? Where's... no way. Oh my god. Breaking news, ladies and gents. Breaking news. From fucking Screen Rant of all places. It's not from Screen Rant. Where's the source? Where's the source? Oh, from THR editor. Matt Baloney took to his exclusive newsletter What I'm Hearing to report that Cruella star is currently considering a lawsuit of her own. Emma Stone, star of Cruella, is said to be weighing up her options. But they've already got a sequel announced. They've already got a sequel to Cruella announced. I cannot... I doubt she's going to do that, guys. I doubt she'll do that because she'll screw her chances of a sequel into oblivion. I can't imagine they're going to do that. But interesting. Thank you for sending that to me. Keith William Wendorf. What you think about the Jodie Whittaker news? What Jodie Whittaker news? Am I like just way behind on lots of stuff, it seems? I popped out this afternoon. Garbage afternoon. But what's the Jodie Whittaker news then? I see nothing. I don't know what's the news. Al Humphreys says this tenner's to go towards the clutch, mate. Thank you. That is really, really kind of you. Project's done poorly. There is now a weird stream clipping tool, I see, to share clips of your live stream. And Tabasco and Sriracha are the best hot sauces. Really? Clipping? How do you do that? What? Can I turn that off? I don't want people to clip me. What? Oh, that's lame. What is that about? What's the point in that? That's so people. That is for people to catch people out when they're saying stuff. I bet you anything. Bet you anything. It's like, oh, we can report you now because we clipped it. Adam Henson says Tigerton sounds like a 50-year-old chain smoker. Beast Wars, Tigertron. Sorry, Jesus. Beast Wars Megatron is basically giddy fangirl. Optimus, for some reason, talks like William Shatner. Oh my god. I have to watch this. Is this on Netflix? This is a cartoon, is it now? Stuart Barham says, love your streams during the week, Mr. H. I'm photographing a charity strongman event near Dover tomorrow. People attempting to pull a train. Should be cool. That's awesome, dude. That's really cool. Have fun with that, for sure. I don't know whether I'm going to do my strongman comp because my back has been so bad. It's not been good. Really, really not happy at all. And Black Arachnia is gay now for some reason. Because we really need to know what robots do with their, nuts and bolts, do we? So irrelevant. It's so irrelevant. Well, we called Jodie Whittaker going anyway, didn't we? We've said that for a while. Let me have a look. See if I can... What is this weird clipping business about? Dashboard. Let's see if they tell me about clipping. No, don't know. Weird. Never mind, guys. Never mind. How are robots gay? Yeah. Weird. Super dumb. Super dumb. Yeah, the clip thing. I can't remove that. I can't in the back end of YouTube. So apparently that's just something which happens now. Also, side note, ladies and gents, did you know that we now have super thanks on every video? So if you like a video, you can actually tip a video directly if you want, basically. So yeah, there is super thanks on. It's just a way that you can drop a tip, basically. I think it's quite cool. I think it's a good idea. I'm not sure whether it'll work at all in any way, shape or form, but we'll see. Yeah, I see the clipping tool icon too. Okay. Mr. H, any plans on potentially making a feature film? Maybe a full-length movie of one of your shorts, perhaps? P.S. Good evening. So I actually covered this on Wednesday's live stream. I will never be able to get the money together from, the channel to do that, basically. But the idea is now is to fund a mini-series, season 1, of something I called Beyond the Lights. It is a sort of, how to sell this to you, creature feature horror. It's like a creature feature film, basically, but it's a mini series. So creature feature horror film, essentially. And that's what I want to do. I want to do a mini series. It will be available to fund, and different pledges and tiers that you can do via Indiegogo. It'll be that you can just download it. You can get a private link to stream it when it's all completed, obviously, because it needs to be funded, then shot, and then edited, and then given out. It will need to, or it'll be done on DVD. So again, because you'll be paying for that DVD's production as part of your pledge, and then obviously the production of the film, and that's how it'll work. Or it'll go on Blu-ray, or there'll be like a digital download link, or hopefully maybe a special USB drive that we can get made up and shipped out. Could be fun as well. But that's what I want to do. I want to do season 1 of Beyond the Lights, the mini-series, and yeah, hopefully it'll be good fun, really. So yeah, Beyond the Lights, plural. It is, yeah, the best way to describe it will be a creature feature horror. Yeah, creature feature horror film. That's kind of the best way to describe it. A bit of sci-fi, maybe sci-fi horror film is a little bit more accurate, I guess. But that's the plan. That's the plan. That's what I want to do. I need to have a meeting, just work out what needs to be done on pledges and how to organise all of that, and then launch the Indiegogo, shoot the pilot. So we'll shoot a pilot. I'll fund the pilot myself. And then that'll be the pitch video, basically. Do you like this? Fund it. Which I think could be really good. Wall says, Mr. H, I watched Bjorn and Frida. Very good ending. Good, I'm glad you liked it. I really liked that film. I thought that was hilarious. I really enjoyed that. Aerosnail says, Mr. H, will your web series have an equal amount of runtime per episode, or is each episode's runtime dependent on what the story beats demand? No, so it is literally dependent on what the story beats demand, but it will flip between two people's stories, until they collide. So it will go company, entity, and then they'll eventually meet up. And then you can ask yourself, ooh, what's going on with that? I think it'll be really good. I think it'll be awesome. I think you guys will love it. Massively, in fact. I have a lot of hope for that. I think you guys will really, really like it, in fairness. So, yeah. We shall see. Hold on un second. A hoppy ending. Says, looking to pick up a 370Z in the near future. I wondered if there's anything to be aware of or account for. Yes. So if you didn't know, I actually own a 370Z, and there are a few things to look out for. Are you looking for a manual transmission, or are you looking for an automatic? And before everyone goes, oh, fucking automatics are shit, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. It's a semi-automatic. It has clutches. It's actually faster than the manual. It was built around the same time as the R35 GTR. It shares a lot of parts with it. Not the transmission, but the transmission is like a ZF. It's very, very good. So don't rag on autos if you don't know what you're talking about. It also has the magnesium paddle shifters out of the R35 GTR. Anyway, are you looking for a manual or are you looking for an auto? Because that matters. Let me know what you think about that. I'm assuming just manual, so I'll kind of go off what I'm going to say now. So there's a few things to look out for. You don't need to worry realistically about the mileage on a 370Z. It's not actually anything to be concerned about. If it has been regularly serviced, i.e. every 3 to 5,000 miles an oil change, yes, it does need it that much because it is high compression and the engine does run hot and the oil runs hot. So it does actually have the potential chance for oil to foam up and then obviously essentially jettison itself and blow up the engine. But my point is that oil can run low because it gets too hot if you're tracking it. So that's important to look out for. Generally speaking, there's actually no issue with oils, especially not in the UK. But you never need to be worried about the mileage on these cars because the VQ engine, this is a VQ VHR, 3.7 VQ VHR, that engine is bulletproof. It'll just keep going all day, every day. As long as it has oil changes, it'll just keep going. It'll keep going all day, every day. So you don't need to worry about that. I would always look out for if someone has added a cold air intake. You don't need it on those cars because the way Nissan designed it, having the air boxes scuttled in right up close to the bumper, that is actually a cold air intake anyway. So when you remove the air box, and speak to, like, if you don't believe me, speak to Horsham Developments. They will tell you this, is that when people remove the air boxes and they add cold air intakes, like a Ram intake or K&N air filter on those cars particularly, it actually scoots in hot air and it actually removes power from the car. You keep the stock air boxes, but you remove the normal filter and you drop in a high flow performance filter, and that will really, really open up the car. You always want to look out for corrosion because it's a Jap car, so look at the arches. You want to look in the boot again for corrosion because it's a Jap car. Always look for rust on Japanese cars. You want to look for the other major thing to look out for is whether it's had any breathing mods done. So that comes from intake right the way all the way through to the exhaust flow. Check that there has either been breathing mods done to open the airflow and then it's been tuned or whatever. But you need the breathing mods to be done to actually unleash the power of the car. If it hasn't got cats, get cats. Catalytic converters. You should always have for the 370Z anyway, because no one else makes a high flow cat with the right flange. Always sounds like a naughty word, that, doesn't it? But the 370Z needs a Jap speed high flow sports cats because no one else makes the right flange for it and it causes exhaust leaks. So always go and check what breathing mods have been done. A Jap speed high flow cat. Jap speed gets a real bad rap, but they have a lifetime warranty if I'm remembering rightly now. But they are also the only ones that do the exact flange necessary for the high flow cats. No one else does it. So as much as people rip on them, at least they're engineering their parts properly. So there's that. But also make sure that it's had iridium spark plugs used in it. Check the spark plugs. Realistically, it's all very normal stuff. There's nothing major about the VQ VHR. The VQ's been around for a really, really long time. The engine has been around for a really, really, really long time. So this is the best revision of it. It's the best one. It doesn't really have any problems. It literally has no problems. My car's my daily driver. I get in it, I drive it, and it works perfectly every single time. Sometimes 350Zs has issues with misfiring. They had a misfiring problem with coil packs and things like that. 370Z doesn't have that. There is very little wrong with it. You can have a click in one of the wheels. If you have a click, it's a hub. You have to change the whole hub out. So always be warned about that. Check it, because if the wheel bearings go, you don't change the bearings, you change the whole hub. And that can be a pain in the arse. Check that it hasn't been absolutely, check the diff works. Check the jacking points. Also go and check whether anyone's done anything with the brakes. Anything very stupid people doing stupid mods on cars. Just check that the modifications that have been done on those cars, inevitably they would have had some, are just done correctly, basically. So if it's got a brake upgrade, check that it's not drilled. Drilled rotors they're not good. They add a temperature differential between the hole and the rest of the rotor, which can cause cracking. It's not good. You have slotted rotors if you want actual high performance rotors. There you go. Done. Hope that answered a lot of questions for you. Anyway, I love talking cars. Miss Zen says, can you say happy birthday to my bro Josh, please? Happy birthday, Josh. There you go. I hope you have a great day, my dude. Have a fantastic birthday. Grousey says, hey, Mr. H, I'm officially an adult now, 19 years young, but what cars or brand of cars would you suggest for a first car for new drivers? I would recommend Japanese cars, mainly because they're cheap, they're cheerful, they are reliable. You're gonna smash your car as a first time driver. You're gonna smash it. Don't buy something that you really want to look after, because I've had dings in my first car. It's just not worth it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Also, get a car that you can work on. Japanese cars, generally speaking, have not been flooded with electronics so much so that you can't work on them. It's good to learn about your car so that you can actually work on it. Keith William Wendorf says, and watch out for Indian women with shopping trolley. Yes, that was on my 350Z. Jesus, absolutely. There you go. Hopefully that covers it all. Hopefully I've answered all your questions on that one anyway. Aero Snail says, Mr. Reviews, I'm already split between getting the pen or the DVD for Beyond the Lights. Thanks for giving us options. Does the series link to Braking Lights or the similar title is coincidence? It is. So Braking Lights is its own thing, right? It tells a story, but it's very much a genre piece. It's like my art house genre piece. It is a sequel to Braking Lights, but only on the very surface level. So I don't want to sell it as a sequel, because it's not. I don't want people to think it's a straight up sequel. It is and it isn't. Okay? It is and it isn't. It's not about suicide and depression. It's got nothing to do with that. It follows it from a very hard horror slant. Very hard horror slant. So yeah, just there you go. Smoke Monster says, mad respect for your mods. They're doing an excellent job. Yeah, the mods are great in this chat. They're absolutely fantastic. Albino Quadio says, sorry, can you repeat that? I missed it. I'm looking for a 370Z2. Rewind it, dude. Rewind it 10 minutes. There you go. Thanks for the advice. It's an auto I'm looking for. I used to have an Evo 8 and had a few Jap Speed parts fitted and found them to be reliable enough. I have Jap Speed high flow cats on my car. They've been on there for a few years. They work fine. They're perfect. The flange is great. The auto, the semi-automatic 370Z is a superb car. Do not, however, believe if anyone turns around and says to you they've had the transmission fluid changed, because they wouldn't have. It costs hundreds in oil alone because of the weird way you have to do it. So don't believe them if they've said it. Just check everything works. Just check it all works, basically. But you won't have any issue with them. They're bulletproof. They're really reliable. Make sure the heated seats work. Make sure the electronics work, moving on the seats and things. But that's it. Honestly, you'll really like it. And if you get it, give me a shout. Because, you can come and see my car in person or something like that. I'm sure you'd... Because you're in the UK. So you might like that. We can compare cars. There you go. Richard Shepherd says, for me, my first car was a Citroen C1. Really good car. Crashed it. Drove it to death. But never had any issues. Mainly because they use Toyota parts. Because they're based on the Igo. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. The Tales from Junkyard dropping in. It says 370Z for the win. They're great. They are great. Good effort on the pronunciation. Are you Italian by any chance? I'm not Italian. Not at all. No, I'm firm British. Joseph LaMonica says, Mr. H, do you have any wild stories from your time as a bouncer? You asked this before, but not really. I smashed my hand up. It's not really a wild story. The guy said it was 100,000k Vassie. The person asked to give a price, had his eyes roll in the back of his head where he heard the owner put that much into a trike. What is going on? Donovan Bradford says same universe type of story. Gotcha. Yes, yeah, but I don't really want to. I don't want to promote it as a sequel because it's not, and you don't have to have watched Breaking Lights to buy and watch Beyond the Lights, right? You don't. It will have everything in Beyond the Lights to catch you up with the necessary narrative parts. All right, and it also, for people that have bought Breaking Lights, it expands upon things that are there and actually explains some more bits and pieces. Not in a horrible exposition way, trust me, but in a way that I think that you would be very, very satisfied. Jasper, I need you to move, mate. Yeah, Daddy needs to roll his... There you go. I need to roll the chair over because I'm leaning too much, mate. Thank you. You can lay down now. There you go. Good boy. Yeah, good lad. Love you. Sexy boy. Right, anyway, Keith says, hope not too personal, but usual price for a 370Z. No, it's not too personal at all. They're going down in value now because they are... they're going to be releasing the 400Z, the new Fairlady Z. So they are going down in price. I think you can get them for about 8 to 10 grand now. When I picked mine up, they were 15 grand. Like, that was the going price for them. So they're coming down in price. But as with all of these things, it will go back up because, I mean, they were a rare car anyway. In the UK, they're actually a really rare car. You just don't see them. No one really had them. No one's really bought them. The 350Zs are a dime a dozen. But the 370Z, no one really got. No one really bought them. They're considered like an old man car in the UK. Like, old men bought them. Weirdly enough. And then you got mine all carboned up, driving around with a fucking big, carbon wing on it. It's funny. But I love my car. I really like my car. But yeah, no, they were... Yeah, they were about 15 grand. They held their value really nicely. And I was like, brilliant. If I want to sell mine, awesome. Nah. They're like 8 to 10 now. Doesn't matter. Like, I didn't buy it to sell it. I bought it because I wanted it. And also, I traded in my 350Z for it as well. Like, I did some money off it. Well, it didn't cost me 15 grand. Sir H, does body fat percentage impact the quality when getting a tattoo? Should I be leaner? I've never noticed the difference, so I wouldn't say so. But it does change. Like, it will change the placement of the tattoo because your skin will contort around you a bit more when you're leaner. So there you go. Barry Cooper says, do you still have those GTR wheels you had on the 370Z? Wasn't scrubbing the main issue. No, there wasn't really any issue with that, to be fair. It was a slight issue on one of the control arms. I sold them ages ago. Like, 2 years ago, they went. Yeah, no, they went ages ago. No more GTR wheels. I sold them for an alright amount as well, actually. I was quite happy with the amount I sold them for. Rebuilding a 1979 Chevy C10 truck. They are awesome, man. Building a 350 right now for it. Awesome. That's super cool. Toast from Mr. H, British? That's preposterous. He's clearly Asgardian. Thanks. That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. What do I think of the 95 to 98 Mitsubishi Eclipse cars? Love body style and would love to get one, but I have no idea if they're reliable vehicles. Yeah, I mean... Are you talking about the... Are you talking about the Eclipse Lancer? What are you talking about? Mitsubishi Eclipse. I don't think we had that. Do we have them in here? We have the Eclipse Cross in the UK. I don't think we had the Eclipse in the UK. Mitsubishi Eclipse UK. Unless it's the Eclipse Lancer, but I don't think we have that either because they just call them Lancers. Yeah, we didn't get them over here. That's something which you guys got in the States. They look fine. It's the 4G63, isn't it? If I remember rightly. That's a reliable engine. Yeah. That'd be fine. That'd be fine. Al Humphrey says, I have to buy anything you produce, Mr. H. It's the law. You're too kind. I hope just to do you guys some justice with that, to be fair. But, you know, I think you guys will like it anyway. I really do. I do think you guys will like it. We'll shoot episode 1, the pilot, and then that'll be the pitch, basically. It'll be the start of the story, and I really wanted to hook you all in. So that guy says, sorry, I know the topic is cars. No, the topic's whatever you guys want. It's not cars. But if the original guys get the rights back to Predators, good fans do a GoFundMe to create a good movie. Just thought, yeah, true. That's a good way of doing it. Nissan service here. Nissans are the way to go. My 1995 Nissan 240SX is the greatest car that has never had any issue, as it's based on a previous tank of a model, but with a new body style. I would agree with that. Does it have the SR20 or the CA? Which one does yours have? Because we don't have 240SXs over here. Your 240SX is the 180SX over here, which is weird. They have Eclipse and Lancer as different cars in Need for Speed Underground. Yeah, we don't have Eclipses here. They were like some cross American Mitsubishi thing. Yeah. Project San Paulo, yeah. I'd be keen to see the C10 truck, dude. That'd be epic. That'd be really cool. Rule me in, I'm hooked, Al Humphreys. I will. I absolutely will. 100%. Would you ever review Shadow and Bone on Netflix? Or is that not really your style of show? I don't tend to review shows on Netflix too much. We're blurry. Whatever. What about this? We focus on this. We focus on this. Come on, camera. Come on. Come on, camera. Come on. Focus on me. Focus. 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 Whatever. I don't tend to review Netflix shows too much these days because they are, well, they're a real pain in the ass. There we go. We'll apply that. There we go. Focused. I've done it manually instead because the camera bitched out. There we go. We've got correct camera now. Yeah, I don't tend to do Netflix shows too much because they don't get the views. No one really cares about it, sadly, because they've binged it or they haven't binged it. And then by the time you come round to it, are you too late? It's the timing of it. A movie is pretty like standard. You go, right, it's movie time. It's the weekend. I'm going to go watch the movie. But those types of shows never normally do that well, sadly. Mr. H, your Hellraiser comic content was amazing. Voice acting and addition, just incredible. Voice acting in addition was incredible. Thank you for the good work. Best you from Hungary. Good, I'm glad you liked it. I plan to do some more, hopefully, in the future. Mr. H, I just sent you something you might enjoy on your Instagram. Did you? Tales from the Junkyard. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Oh, mate. That's a Datsun 510. You absolute tease. Love a Datsun 510. You've killed me here. You killed me with it. Aerosnow says, I'm all for Beyond the Lights, but I'm curious and got to ask, have you no interest in continuing Blackfields in the future, or is it too difficult to finance a worthy sequel? Yeah, that's all money. So Blackfields was fucking ridiculous. It was like 35 grand. It was way too expensive. Yeah, way too expensive. Whereas I can do, you know, I can do a lot better and I can do a lot more with Beyond the Lights, I can do a whole mini-series for that sort of price. Probably a bit more, but a whole mini-series, season 1, for that. That'd be epic, you know? So the idea is obviously to raise as much as possible for Beyond the Lights. Like, there'll be stretch targets. Like, if we hit a certain target, everyone will get a t-shirt, you know? So it's within everyone's interest to keep putting money in the kitty. Yeah, like there'll be producer credits. You know, if you do like $1,000, you'll get a producer credit. If you do 2.5, you'll get executive producer credit. And I know it is a lot of money, but some people want that sort of stuff. You know, some people want to donate that sort of money to these projects. So I want to account for all of those possibilities with something that they can get. Werewolf says, do you have a wish list for your PO box? I don't actually. I'm going to be doing a video where I announce it, because I've only ever spoken about it in videos here and there. I've not done a video on it, really. So yeah, I will do a video on it, and I'll sort of say, hey, look, this is what I like. You know, I don't want a wish list. I think that's... I don't know. I don't want to do a wish list. And I also sort of like, I want to leave it up to people, just kind of send what they want to send. But sour candy's all in. Like, give me sour candy all day, every day. I keep saying sour candy. I'm probably going to be inundated with it now, or I'm going to get nothing. I'm just going to end up with diabetes, aren't I? But it'd be nice to diversify, like just some weird food from weird places. You know, like not weird places, obviously your homes. But there's unusual food that we don't get here in the UK, and it'd be nice to try it. The villain. Didn't do a very villainous thing. Actually, became a channel member. That is not very villainous. That's very kind of you, in fact. The villain says, any advice for bulking up or diet? I've been having trouble gaining weight. So it sounds dumb. It sounds really dumb, and I'm not trying to be nasty. My response will sound really, really curt and short, but it's basically just eat more. There are some key bits of advice in eating more, though, that you can do. So fat has a lot of calories. You know, 7 calories per gram, or it's 9. I think it's 9 if I remember rightly. 7's alcohol. So 9 calories per gram of fat. Lots of fat. Healthy fats, of course. You know, lots of coconut oils, MCTs, things like that. It's really about trying to find as calorically dense food as possible. That is how you do it. That's how you do it. Calorically dense food. That's it. But if you're struggling, if you're really struggling, there are some other ways of doing it. There are obviously bulk up shakes. You can make your own shake. You blend up oats with whole milk and protein powders and peanut butters and all these kind of things, and make your own bulk up shakes. They're, again, beneficial to do it. Absolutely fine. But that's what I would say. Like, I know it sounds really dumb. Just eat more. And it's not meant to be like, oh, just, you know, chuck your question to one side. But hopefully I've answered it a little bit. You know, like, what is it you're actually struggling with gaining weight? Can you not eat? What is it? Because if you can't eat that much food, the go-to would be then to drink it, you know? But the idea is to get very familiar with the back of packets and look at calorically dense foods, you know? Right, how many calories does this have versus this? Right, well, I know per portion of this carb, I actually get this many fats. Perfect, right, I'm going to eat this. It's better than this one, right? So you juggle it up like that. A werewolf says, I'll send over some popcorn. Yes, please. Talking of Blackfields, my figure is due to be delivered on Monday. Awesome, Manga Badger. Please let me know on Monday's stream whether you get it and whether you like it. We've already had one happy customer. They got it on stream on Wednesday. Gary says, I'm so disappointed Netflix stopped making Castlevania but then made something like Master of the Universe. I thought they would just move on to a different Belmont when the current one's story is done. That's what they've done. They have said that. They have said they're going to do a prequel, Belmont. Keith says, mate just asked what are MCTs. He needs to bulk up. Oh, MCTs, medium chain triglycerides. So it's a type of fat. The body uses it like a carbohydrate, but it's considered to be a healthy fat. Normally like poly and mono unsaturated fats. They're good, basically. Yes, be very careful of the salt content in the foods. Yeah, sure. 100%. Like with eating so much more foods, you do need to be careful, inevitably, with the sort of salt and stuff like that you are eating. Hold on one second. Sorry. What's this? Mark and Varan says, should I train for hypertrophy or strength when trying to build more muscle? I've been struggling with gaining muscle size and I'm on 25% body fat now. So, yes and no. So I always do a combination of strength and hypertrophy. So I start my routines always with powerlifting stuff. So for strength, because there's carryover for hypertrophy then. And strength stimulates your pituitary gland, which releases hormones which make you grow. So that's important, you know. That's important. And then hypertrophy stuff. I always do a combination of the two. It's always what I recommended to clients of mine. Way back in the day when I was a PT, they got good results. I've got good results. That's what I'd recommend. Makes you feel good, makes you feel mobile and strong, and then you can go and do your pump stuff afterwards. It's good fun. That's how I would recommend it. Sugar Cartridge says, yo, Mr. Homie. Any tips on weight loss, belly fat? Is cutting out sugar and going to the gym enough? I'm around your age, homie. Love to Jasper. I'm loving the homie. It's cool. Yeah, I mean, look, as basic as you can get, yeah, cut out sugar. When you have simple sugars in your body, you release insulin, right? Like, that's just what you do. Your body releases insulin to cope with the sugar. But when insulin is present, testosterone and growth hormone are not. Insulin shuts off lipolysis, which is fundamentally fat burning, and lipolysis only occurs when testosterone and growth hormone are there. So if you shut off all of that, you're pretty fucked. So as simplistically as you can get, yeah, cutting out sugar and going to the gym should be enough to get rid of some belly fat. You can go much more in depth than that, of course, like nutrient timing and what sort of foods you're eating, which will affect your endocrine system. But as simplistically as you can get, yes, cut out simple sugars. It should help because it will increase lipolysis. There you go. Learning things. Now you know what I used to teach, eh? Biology. The 95 Nissan 240SX engine is the KA24DE, considered the easy and very popular Sylvia swap out for the SR20, but decided to keep it as is an OEM. Yeah, so because the 240SX, the 180SX in Japan and in the UK came with the SR20 DET. But that's cool that you got the KA. Don't they have what? They do have some problems, don't they? I think, if I remember rightly, like a common problem, but normally it's easy to rectify. What's happening with Mega City 1? Nothing. Aero Snail says, in that case, could you tell us if the Black Knight had an end game, a goal, or was it just a force of pure evil? Maybe you could do explained videos about your own character. Oh yeah, no, I can let you know about the Black Knight. See, the idea was in the sequel, the idea for Black Knight, for Black Fields, there was going to be a sequel, right? The idea was to have up the action. It was going to be an action horror film. We were going to have Baldir's son, or Baldir, come back. And basically, Jasper cameo. And basically, they were going to go out on a raiding party to go and find the Black Knight, because obviously he brutalized them all. There was going to be a post-credit scene which showed Baldir stumbling into a stream, and then the blood coming into the stream, and then hands pulling him out. That was going to be the post-credit tease of, oh shit, he's still alive. But we never got around to doing it. And so obviously the sequel was never planned. Like, we could never really do it. And obviously money and stuff like that, like, no one's ever going to pay for that. Just figured that out when I started selling Blu-rays and stuff. Like, it's just not going to happen. But I've got confidence in this miniseries. Like, I have a lot of confidence in that. I think it appeals to a wider audience. I think people will really love it, and I think people will fund it. But anyway, the idea was that Baldur or his son, dependent, was going to come back with a new band of Vikings. Not actual Vikings, but that's what they're based on, but sort of not as well. They were going to come back and they were going to hunt down the Black Knight. In the first scene, you see them with the Black Knight. They were going to effectively kill it, right? You're going to think that it's dead. And then it would go off to its lair. And what would happen... because what the Black Knight was a forest demon that had reanimated a corpse. So what you would have seen was the forest demon purging more humanity from the corpse. The plan was to have this sort of stop motion thing-esque sort of scene where you'd see all this sort of blood and goop being forced out of the body. Because you'd think it has died, but you didn't. We weren't going to hide it. That first scene was going to be just straight up. There you go. There's Black Knight. Boom. They fight it. And he gets hacked to pieces. But then he was going to come back. And he was going to evolve. Because obviously the more humanity that the Black Knight purged from the body, the corpse that it reanimated, the more it embodies its true form of the forest demon. So we basically were going to rework the Black Knight into a brand new creature. And that was how you were going to keep... that's how I planned to keep this universe fresh and this monster fresh, because you'd see this stop motion thing and you'd be like, oh, I know what's kind of going on here, this is fucked up, and then we could hide the creature again because you wouldn't know what it looks like, and then we can surprise you at the end again with a big reveal of this new fucking giant forest demon. You'd be like, holy shit. That was the plan. There you go. Mr. H, I will donate to the project as long as Jasper gets producer credits and distribution rights. Here's one for the night. Cheers. Thank you so much. Mr. H, keep us entertained until Jasper makes his appearance. Yeah. Eric says, interesting concept. Have you seen Headhunter? Similar creature? No, not a similar creature. I will say that's a completely different creature. I have seen Headhunter. I like Headhunter a lot. Have you thought of doing an audio video for the Blackfield sequel? Just you voicing the characters and adding free sound effects? I have not. That could be a way to go, though. I was thinking of doing it as a comic, but I don't think anyone would buy it either. Paul Whitaker says, do you think you may go back to the Black Knight someday if the web series does well? Yeah, I mean, look, if people want to do it, yeah. Mr. Reborn, where can we read about this project? You can't. What I've said is are you talking about the miniseries? You can't yet. Anything I've revealed here is what is out there. There's nothing else out there at the moment. These live streams have been great from Jeffrey Kiln. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I spot Jasper on the sofa. Jasper! Jasper! Hello, mate. Hello, buddy. Love you. Anyway, there we go. I'm back. Sergeant Bear says, Mr. H, I absolutely love my Black Knight figure. The detail is amazing, and even the box. It was so cool. I can't decide how I'm going to display it. Cheers. Good. I'm so happy you like it. Super, super happy. That is fantastic. I'm really pleased you like that. Good. I really wanted everyone to be happy with that. What time is it there? It's almost... I've almost been here... I've been here an hour and a half. I was going to say I've almost been here 2 hours, but I haven't. It is 11 o'clock just now. So I will need to go soon because my back still bloody hurts. But yeah. Read by Nature says crowdfunding a comic can work if you can cultivate an audience. Check out Comics Matter or Ethan Van Sciver and how they run their campaigns. Yeah, I've seen them. I have seen them. We'll see. Like I'm not a comic guy anyway. I don't know how to do it. Like I know how to make films, but I don't know how to do comics. I'm not an artiste. But anyway, guys, I think we're probably going to shoot off now. Yeah, guys, great stream. Love having you guys here. Really, really good stream. Always enjoyable. Hope you enjoyed it too. Might be some streams across the weekend. Haven't really decided yet. Might even do a Resident Evil live stream. Resident Evil Village live stream on Sunday. Again, haven't decided yet. But I do need to go and watch the Suicide Squad old... And there was another one. Another movie that I needed to watch. Jungle Cruise. I've got Jungle Cruise as a screener. So I'm going to watch that soon. Probably tomorrow. Do a review of that tomorrow. Then the Suicide Squad maybe tomorrow evening. Dependent how busy I am. But yeah, guys. Thank you so much. Follow me. Twitter. Instagram. Love you. So to Jasper. Send me stuff. PO Box. Use it or lose it. They're really expensive, so please do use it. Would appreciate it. Cheers, guys.